Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a new topic under environmental studies and environmental law. This topic is constitutional guidelines related to environment. List of topics to be covered here are Indian Constitution and Environment, Directive Principles of State Policy, Fundamental Duties of Citizens, and Role of Authorities. Indian Constitution and Environment. Here, we will discuss the relationship between Indian Constitution and environment. The Act to Protect and Improve Environment is a constitutional mandate in India. It is a commitment for everyone in India. The Indian Constitution contains specific provisions for environment protection under the chapters of DPSP, that is Directive Principles of State Policy, and Fundamental Duties. Judiciary has also actively recognized a specific provision of right to clean and wholesome environment as a fundamental right in Indian Constitution. Let's start with Directive Principles of State Policy. Part 4 of Indian Constitution contains the Directive Principles of State Policy. These directives are the active obligations of the state. They are policy prescriptions for the guidance of the government. Article 37 of Part 4 of the Constitution limits the application of the directive principles and declaring that these principles shall not be enforceable by any court. So, a person cannot go to court for the enforcement of these principles. Therefore, if a directive is not followed by the state, its implementation cannot be secured through the judicial proceedings in the courts of India. On the other hand, these principles are fundamental in the governance of country, and it is the duty of the state to apply these principles during the process of lawmaking. Article 48A talks about protection and improvement of environment and safeguarding of forests and wildlife. The state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. Now, Article 48A reflects an increasing awareness of people all over the world about the need to preserve the environment from pollution, especially in urban areas. Smoke, industrial waste, exhaust fumes from motor cars, and other combustion engines are injurious to the health and well-being of the people, and it also fouls the atmosphere. The preservation of forests and their renewal by afforestation has long been recognized in India as of great importance, both with the reference to rainfall and to prevent erosion of the soil by depriving it of forests which protect it. The preservation of wildlife is looked upon as necessary for the preservation of ecological balance. Article 48A rightly emphasizes the fact that the state should try not only to protect but to improve the environment. Article 39E, 47, and 48E of the Directive Principles of State Policy have a definite bearing of environmental problems. They, by themselves and collectively, impose a duty on the state to secure the health of the people, improve public health, and protect and improve the environment. Environmental pollution may damage the monuments of national importance, the protection of which is a duty of the state under Article 49 of the Indian Constitution. Article 49 of the Directive Principles of State Policies provides for the obligation of the state to protect monuments, places, and objects of national importance. Article 51, Clause C directs the state to foster respect for the international law and treaty obligations in the dealings of organized peoples with one another. Therefore, in view of the range of international treaties, law, and treaties obligations in Article 51C, read to conjunction with the specific treaty provision may also serve to strengthen the hands of pro-conservation judge. The Constitution 42nd Amendment Act 1976 inserted Part 4A into the Constitution of India. This new part prescribes certain fundamental duties for the citizens of India. The sole article of this part is Article 51A, which specifies 10 fundamental duties for the citizens of India. Article 51A, Fundamental Duties. It talks about that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to do certain following things. But here, with respect to environment, we are going to discuss only Article 51A Clause G. Article 51A Clause G says that to protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. The Indian Constitution has imposed a joint responsibility upon the state and every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment. The courts have reminded time and again to both states as well as citizens about their duties towards the environment while deciding environmental issues by referring to Article 48A and 51A Clause G of the Indian Constitution. Now let's discuss the role of authorities under Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution have given certain powers and authorities to panchayats and the municipalities. The matters which are related to environment in the 12th schedule may be enumerated as follows. First, it talks about urban planning, which includes town planning, regulation of land, use of water supply. Then comes public health sanitization. It also talks about conservancy and solid waste management, urban forestry, and it also includes protection of the environment and promotion of ecological aspects. The provision of urban amenities such as park grounds, cremation grounds, and electric crematoriums are also provided under it. Prevention of cruelty to animals, regulation slaughterhouses and tanneries are also a part of it. Thus, it is evident that the Constitution of India imposes the duty to protect and preserve the environment in all the three tiers of the government, that is, at central level of the government, state level of the government, and also the local level of the government.